What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today, we're going and recapping episode number 4 of BBCan11. And especially after episode 3, this needed to be a good one. And it was. This was a great episode. It followed a really good digital daily yesterday as well. There's a recap for that on the channel. If you missed that, check it out. We actually recorded it live over on Twitch. If you're not following on Twitch, links down in the description below. So we did that. It got released kind of just before the episode went out. And then this episode was great. We need more of this. Less farts and vacuuming, more gameplay and drama. This is what we want from Big Brother, and we got it delivered in the episode in the daily from yesterday. So first off, let's kind of talk about Santina and Zach's HOH. Yes, Santina and Zach's, because that's really what this is. It's not just Santina's HOH. Zach has had a big part in it. So it's been messy, but you know what? I love a good mess. So Santina could have had it really easy. She nominated Anika. She put up Dan. Renee was the dead last. So you have your 3 nominees. Wash your hands of it. Send one of them out. Send Anika out. You're fine. Send Dan out. You're fine. Renee, who cares, right? Like any of those 3 going for Santina, perfectly fine. You would rather it be one of your nominees, not the dead last person because you didn't nominate them, but it could have been okay. And then, well, Renee has to have a conversation with Zach. And even before that, there started to be this idea that, hey, you know what? Maybe JM, John Michael, maybe he is a good idea to target. We'll backdoor him, right? But before the veto, Renee and Zach have a little chat. And it seems like everyone just decides, hey, when I'm talking to Zach, I'm going to tell him that I'm going for the guys, and there's a guys alliance. JM did it. Now Renee's like, so what about that guys alliance? And Zach is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This immediately puts alarm bells in him, and he goes, maybe we shouldn't get rid of JM, because I know JM's going for the guys, but he's also a big target to everybody now. And if he's gone, I become the biggest target. So JM's kind of like a shield to me. Renee's not a shield. Nobody's voting out Renee, before me. So if we get rid of Renee, that keeps JM, keeps me safe. Maybe this is something we can pull off. He ends up sharing that idea with the rest of the boys. Rob instantly doesn't like it because he feels like he has a better connection with Renee and can use and work with her going forward. Santina even kind of questions it. She's like, why is this good for me necessarily? Is this just good for Zach? But even before we get to all that, we have to figure out what's going on with the POV. Is someone going to win POV that doesn't want to use it? Or what's going to happen? And they actually skipped showing the picks, which I'm cool with. I don't need to see them pulling a name out of the bucket on who gets to play in POV. It's kind of the same thing over and over. It gave more time for other stuff in the episode. It was Daniel and Ty who ended up getting picked to compete. I know Anika had a house guest choice, and she chose Ty specifically, asking that if he won, please use it on her. So it would be Daniel and Ty competing with the other nominees, Renee, Anika, and Dan. If you're new to Big Brother Canada, you might not know this. HOH does not compete in the veto competitions in Canada. So it's only 5 people competing for this competition. And this was a cool one. So first off, the new veto, every year they kind of do like this new design on the veto, kind of fitting the theme. This one looks like it's a dagger. It looks awesome. Really cool veto. And the comp was great too. So basically, this was like a twist on the classic Big Brother competition of slip and slide, where they have to transfer liquid from one bucket to another, going down a slip and slide that's on kind of an incline. So you slip and you fall. This, though, was done on their back, right? So they would be on their back and they would have to kind of use these pipes that are overhead to kind of kick off of underneath and slide back and forth along transferring that liquid. Really cool. But then there was more steps to it. So once they finished transferring the liquid, they would have to use that to make this big giant thing of slop. They would then have to transfer slop over to another barrel that was back on the other side and transfer that, toss it into this barrel, which would then weigh enough to fall down. And whoever did that first was the winner of the veto. On top of that, if you did not win this competition, you were put on slop. So I had a little bit of more incentive to win this thing. Dan actually wins kind of that first half by transferring the liquid, but it ends up being Ty who overcomes that lead, ends up winning the POV, but Dan is not far behind. Dan tested it out. Like, he wanted to see how much more slop he had to put in his barrel to get it to fall. It was like 3 scoops. 3 scoops, and he wins the veto, and he could save himself from the block. But what a great competition. And again, this episode was off to the races. It was a lot of fun throughout. Some other really interesting things that went on. There was some romantic drama that took place. So first off, the show tries to keep seeming like Santina and Roberto have kind of this flirtatious potential showmance going on. I'll tell you right now, just full on spoilers from the digital dailies if you're not keeping up with those. There's not. In fact, neither of them kind of trust each other at this point very much. Rob gets the vibe that she doesn't want to be anywhere near him, and I don't think Santina wants to be anywhere near him. So definitely no real connection going on there. Meanwhile, Shania at one point was unable to take her eyes off of Rob. Rob was kind of walking around and she just kind of followed him all around. Like, she's very much interested in Roberto. And this led Shayna to get very kind of jealous. And she was, upset by them getting close and flirting. Kind of caused her to have a little bit of emotional breakdown. All the girls were trying to help out and kind of keep that from going. But the other one that was, a little romantic drama was Ty and Claudia. And the two of them seemed to be having a pretty good little showmance, a little flirt thing that was going on. Even on the dailies, up until the latest one, we kind of thought like, oh yeah, this seems like the two of them are very close, very well connected, and they could make a real run for this. And it seems like there's some stuff starting with them. So Ty became very jealous when, and again, Rob seems to be sticking his nose in here, when Claudia wore Rob's sweater. Ty didn't like that. And he's like, well, why are you wearing his sweater? Yeah, that's a red flag right there. Like, run, girl, run. Get out of there. Like, don't look back. See you later. Like, you don't want any part of that. He's getting jealous over you wearing his sweatshirt. That's not good. That is not good. You need to get out of that real quick. So that might have been kind of the catalyst on how it all soured. Because again, if you haven't seen the daily, I highly recommend you go check it out or check out the recap on the channel that I did from over on Twitch. It's on the channel right now. Probably going to be a thing up there somewhere at some point. You can find it. Probably be the end card. It'll be the end card at the end of this video. So watch it. And the two of them are definitely getting more icy. And it does seem like that's not going to be a relationship that lasts very much longer. If it even really gets off the ground running. So then that takes us to the veto ceremony. Ty does end up using the veto on JM, on Anika, and then JM is put up as the replacement nominee. So for eviction tomorrow, your nominees are JM, Renee, and Dan. There's potential that Dan could end up getting some votes and maybe JM is able to stay, but it is literally slim to none. If he made the right conversations with the right people, there are house guests that would be willing to vote out Dan over JM. The problem is nobody seems to want to stick their neck out for them. I've also heard some rumblings that maybe there's some other updaters who watched the digital daily and thought, oh yeah, JM has a shot at getting Hope's vote. I'll tell you right now, if you watch that daily, or if you haven't watched that daily, take my word for it. There is no way that Hope would vote with JM right now. Just none. If you watch the conversation between the two of them, just the body language alone, Hope was having none of it. Absolutely none of it. He's laying down. He's like, I'm just trying to take like a nap here. JM brought up twice them forming alliance, only for silence to come from Hope. There's no hope for him to get Hope. It's just not happening. He's also counting in Anika as one of the votes for him. She is not a vote for him. She is very much ratting him out to everyone whenever she gets a chance. Daniel, he's counting as a vote for him, who also said, like, I don't think it's in our best interest to keep JM, because if we keep him, we're the ones who kept him. But if we let them decide they want to keep him, that's on them, and we didn't know about it. We thought it was still a go. We would have been in on it if you told us, but since you didn't, it's not our fault. Which he's smart with that. You don't necessarily want to stick your neck out for somebody, because that's just going to paint a target on you when you're just sitting there pretty. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think it's almost guaranteed JM is walking out that door, and it's going to be unanimous. I don't even think he gets one sympathy vote. This is going to be a straight up unanimous vote. Now, there was some seeds laid that there's a potential girls' alliance going on, but even if that does happen and the girls' alliance fully forms, it's counting on Santina as the real key here. Because if she spills any information about this girls' alliance to Zach, Ty, Jonathan, any of the guys, Claudia is done for. Claudia is thrown right under a bus because she didn't tell any of those guys who she's supposed to be working with. Also, Santina, I just don't think is on board for JM staying. Even when this girls group kind of had a conversation like, hey, maybe we keep JM, she said, yeah, you know what? But like, maybe we can split it so that I get the final decision. Like it felt like to me, she wanted to say, hell no, JM has to go, but she knew she couldn't say that in the moment. I don't know. I just think it's a foregone conclusion that JM will be the first person actually voted out of the game. We did lose them all from a self-eviction. We still don't really know any details from that. Hopefully she is doing well. But yeah, it's going to be JM tomorrow during the eviction. So we're going to have to see how that all turns out. We do have the episode today, 7 p.m. tonight. It's going to be live eviction, where again, I think it's going to be pretty clear that JM is going to be walking out that door. But what did you guys think of the episode? What did you think of the digital daily? Are you getting a little bit back into Big Brother Canada now at this point? Yes, I know we still don't have the feeds. And there are a few things that I think hurt not having the feeds. For example, we'll never really know with Santina, right? Until the moment comes, we don't know. Because at any point, she could have had a conversation with Zach already. Maybe all the guys know about that girls group. Maybe they do. Or maybe Santina kept it to herself. We don't know, because we never got to see a one-on-one conversation with her and any of the guys. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the episode. What did you think of the daily? Once again, those videos are on the channel if you want to check out any of the recaps for those. Also, make sure you're following the Twitch stream, because we are doing a lot of the recaps over there kind of live. It's been kind of fun to have the chat going along with it. So if anybody has questions or comments, I can kind of react and talk to them live over there. And then we kind of post them over here after the fact. But yeah, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button. Or if you made it all the way to the end of this video, smash that like button. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, you never miss a stream. Like I said, links for all of my socials down below, my Twitter, my Twitch, my Discord. You can join the conversation over there as well. And I will see you next time.